Friday, June 11th, June 1/1. And you are here because you know what our big surprise is, because we already told you via email. Siser EasySubli. Yes. It's been a long-awaited product. It's finally here. You can now sublimate on dark fabrics. What? So it's huge. This is kind of like, I want to think of it as if vinyl and sublimation got married. This is the product they would make. So you have the best of both worlds. You have Siser, Sawgrass. They teamed together. They made this product. You asked for printing on dark fabrics. You asked for more ways to be affordable for printable vinyl. Well, this is it. This is your best solution in both of those areas. So we're gonna kind of walk you through it a little bit. We don't have our cutter or anything like that set up, but we'll definitely, teach you how it goes, let you know how it works, how easy it is, how nice it looks. We have quite a few printed samples here. The great thing about this is, sublimation with the Sublimation HD inks, you are limited on 100% white polyester fabrics and of course all your hard surface products like your mugs, your cell phone cases, your keychains. Now with the EasySubli inks and the EasySubli vinyl, with a whole new printer unit, you are able to print on all the products you're used to in the vinyl world, and then get that finished product of sublimation that you really love. The bright, brilliant colors, HD quality. You're really able to achieve that when printing directly onto the EasySubli vinyl and then printing it onto your fabric of choice, basically. All right, so questions. I'm sure there's going to be lots of them today.
Yeah.
At 8.4 mils, how is it hand?
That's a pretty
very
soft,
surprisingly.
I would say
really soft.
It's
and flexible.
If you're used to getting the Subla Twill or the Subla Flock, or if you sublimate print onto glitter, this is nothing in comparison.
Mm-mm.
This is so much thinner, more flexible, it's bendable. It does not feel like a patch whatsoever. I would really say it feels like vinyl. If you're used to vinyl application, that's exactly, I'm just scrunching this up, that's exactly what it feels like. Just a very thin layer of vinyl on your shirt, but you're able to get all of these colors, so you're not layering your vinyl to make it thicker. This is just one layer of all these colors.
Can you still use Sawgrass inks?
The Sawgrass Virtuoso printer with the Sublimation HD inks, you could still use that with your sorry. So many EasySublis things. Okay, so Sawgrass printer with the Sublimation HD inks, yes, you can use the EasySubli vinyl. It's not an ideal application. There are going to be some color shifts because remember, your Sublimation HD ink is designed for high definition on your text print paper to print, all your hard surface products and to get that nice print quality. That's its bread and butter. That's what it does. So now when you're putting in the different vinyl, your system's not set up for that printing profile to print onto the EasySubli vinyl. So you are going to get some color shifting. Not this Facebook and not this coming Friday, but the following Friday we are, I know, sorry. So not this one, not that one, but the following Friday we are going to show you some options with using your Sublimation HD inks with the EasySubli vinyl. So we're going to kind of walk you through a little bit more about some options for you if you do happen to have that system and you would prefer not buying the new system. But when used all together, EasySubli ink with EasySubli vinyl, you're going to get a wonderful product. If you substitute one of those, so if you use the EasySubli vinyl with your Sublimation HD ink, just know that some color shifting may occur.
Okay, can you use any sublimation printer, which you kind of touched on right there?
Yeah.
No, there is a special formulation. It's just like butter and margarine here. The quality is going to taste good, but one's going to just be better. So it's
That's a good way to
specially
put it.
formulated. So
Right.
there's special Subli inks to go with the Subli vinyl. And for those who are asking if you're going to need a cutter, yes, you will need a cutter to cut it because it is basically printable vinyl. For the ones asking for the width, it's 20-inch for the rolls, but we sell the sheets in
8.4 by 11.
Okay, let's see.
So almost 8.5 by 11. But that's this is basically what your sheet looks like. And it's kind of hard to tell which side to print on or Bianca, do you want to reach back and just get me a regular
Top.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
I think we should kind of show the process a little bit
Yeah.
first and then take more questions because some of them will be answered with showing the process.
Okay. So just so you know, this is what it looks like. This is what you get in your box. This is the print side. The shiny side is the side you don't print on. But that's going to go shiny side up in your printer. All right. Once you print it, you're going to print directly onto it. So like I said, it goes right into your printer, into your Sawgrass printer. You're going to print onto it, and then we will do a full color print. We'll do that one first. So this is a full color print directly out of, we'll do this one because it's not weighted.
Right.
This is a full color print directly out of your printer. Set up the crop marks before printing. We have a video on our website showing that process. We did use the Silhouette Cameo cutter. It shows you how to contour cut. All cutters, if you have a unit that contour cuts, you'll know exactly how to do it. So this came printed out of the printer. Put it under your heat press that is currently on. Let it sit there for about 1 to 2 minutes. This is going to let the ink set in so you avoid smearing when you go to cut it.
Which, if you want to show, I see that you have.
I did not wait.
Very important step.
Yes.
And my rollers, as I put it into the cutter, my rollers smeared my ink. It's not wasted. This is usable for me because I'm weeding all this extra white out. So, not end of the world, but wait.
We just, lack patience here sometimes.
I lack a lot of patience. All right. So, the beauty of this is it's just like your Easy Weed. It is easy to weed.
And for those who are asking how is this different from printable vinyl, good question. It's not. The big difference is it's so affordable. Most solvent and eco-solvent printers, they start at about $8,000. This is way below that cost. And not to mention your materials. Your materials are going to be very high for the solvent and eco-solvent. This is not that. This is what you've been asking for. Something to print on darks, printable vinyl, sublimate onto darks at an affordable cost. And Nathan, yes, if you're able to pull some links, go ahead, my friend.
He did. He got one. All EasySubli products and help. So
Thanks,
that's
Nathan.
Awesome.
And once again, for those who are asking what printer this is done with, it's done with the Sg400 Virtuoso from the awesome people at Sawgrass who teamed together with the awesome people at Siser. But they made a special formulation, a special product for the chemicals to fuse together and create awesome revolutionariness.
How many times can just say awesome?
Well, it's the
this
truth.
is our new drinking game. It is 12:15, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I should have a squeegee somewhere. I don't have it here.
Oh, it's right there.
And no, you will not have a white border. I don't know if you want to zoom in on these.
Yeah, I'll be right
Oh
in.
yeah.
That white border is there on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that
it
for
was
design.
intentional. But you don't need it. This is actually on an athletic shirt. And then these are obviously printed. This is more of a pattern vinyl. So I printed a pattern and then I cut my design into the pattern. So these two, or this one and the one we're currently doing, is like a full color print that I then contour cut around. All right, so after you weed your design, you take your EasySubli mask, peel it off, press it on, squeegee. And then it's going to come off on the EasySubli mask.
And yes, this can print onto any fabric. I mean, besides your typical ones. If it says do not use a home iron, like silk and rayon on the tag, then you don't want to obviously use this. But basically, you're not limited with this. Terry, I would recommend 2 different sawgrass printers. While this can do hard substrates, the color shifts drastically. It's a little bit more faded because it's not formulated for that. So if people are familiar with the product, you're going to know the difference. But we're going to touch on that, like Danielle said, in about 2 more weeks. We'll send out the emails and advertisements on our pages so you guys can catch that.
Oh, I have a lot of pressure here.
We were testing.
Oh. Okay, so now you're on your mask. And I have a fuzzy, sorry. Okay. You're going to place it on your fabric where you want it.
Easy.
Very. Cover with your nonstick sheet. And we're at a very low temp. If you're familiar with sublimation, we're only at 311 for 15 seconds. So such a huge difference for sublimation. Usually when sublimating a product, you're at 400 degrees. You're up there in your heat. You're about 30 to 60 seconds. So this is totally different. Oh, it's so done already.
So does the mask come with the vinyl sheet?
It's sold separate.
And can you reuse the mask?
Not recommended because you're heating it. So it's not like your adhesive vinyl where that mask could be reused. You heat it, you're using it, the ink is on it. You're gonna see like an ink haze on this sheet.
Yeah, so you definitely don't.
Can you see that ink haze?
A little.
Oh, maybe if I go on. Because it's sublimation ink, so
Kind of see the outline.
you know, it's the same principles. It releases as a gas, sublimates your surface, and there you go.
Janet, this is a new product premiering today. Sawgrass and Siser worked very, very long and very hard to create this product, and we are allowed to announce it today to you guys.
So Bianca, if you want to zoom back in,
Yep.
I just want to show the difference. So if people are in the sublimation world, you know that it looks different. People in the vinyl world may not know. Oh, goodness, I'm attached to everything.
I'm about to get stabbed.
You know that your colors are going to change. So this is like a dull version of your real color. This is your real color, which, you know, is shown within your design software on your computer. So when it prints, it's not going to be representative of the true color. Only after you print it onto your material is it going to show that
Which is
true
why
coloring.
it's important to get the ink system as a whole.
Yes.
Because the profiles for the EasySubli are specifically created with Siser and Sawgrass to make sure the color changes over correctly. And for those of you who are going to do the testing, and like we've done the testing on the hard substrates and things like that, that's when you really see the color shifts like they're not supposed to.
Yeah. All right, so this one I am going to do a 2-layer because you can team this up with other vinyls. So I just wanted to show that as an option. We're also doing, so this was basically printed just a full pattern onto your EasySubli vinyl. And then after it was set down and dried, cut the design into it with your vinyl cutter. Now this is basically just saying, I want this design, and then you cut it into it. No contour cutting involved, no setting it up in your system. It's just as if you were to, you know, create some text or get an SVG file and then cut it. So that's what this process is. So I personally like this idea of creating your own pattern vinyl. You can really be as creative as possible with this. no more being limited to what vinyl that's currently offered in the printable world. You can make your own and be, you know, really creative with it. All right, so first things first, you're going to do that, pre-press, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this, my design, on top.
And sorry to keep looking down. Oops. There are an enormous amount of questions coming in. I'm sorry if I don't get to you guys. I'm trying to answer them all.
A lot of
I don't want to look bad, but a lot of them are being answered as Danielle's speaking, so that's why I'm not interjecting.
And a lot of them are on that FAQ page that Nathan posted as well. And we will try to go back and get everybody even after the video is over as well.
This is the washability. This shirt has been washed over and over again. And for those who want to know if it feels like vinyl, no, it feels better than vinyl. It's very, very soft feel. It's very flexible, folds. This has been washed over and over and over. The shirt isn't even fully black. I want to say it's like charcoal now.
Exactly.
And it's still so nice, so soft. It doesn't feel heavy.
It's amazing how many colors and, you know, how nice it really does look on the shirt and feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything that we expected. If you go back to our Facebook Live that we did with the twill material, wow, in comparison, it's a totally different product. It's so stiff and patch-like. Mm-hmm. This is nothing like that. It's really the feel that you get, I want to say like the Easy Read stretch.
Yeah, I would say that. It
feels very similar to that once it's on the fabric, but in array of colors, full color options. All right, so I'll go ahead and read this one again.
And we do suggest having a separate system. I know sometimes with Chroma Blast, we've mentioned, you know, you can actually go through Technician and switch over the ink. With this one, the cost of switching over the ink and flushing the system and the time that it takes, it's actually very expensive. So in this case, you're better off just purchasing the second system. And this way you have your full range of options still for your sublimation on a polyester, for your sublimation onto hard substrates, and then now introducing the sublimation onto the printable vinyl on dark varieties of fabric.
So the price may look a little, you know, overwhelming at the time, but when you think about purchasing basically two full set of inks, you're going to be well over that starter package price.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this system is designed to do this. You're printing onto vinyl. This is what it's created for. This is to replace a large format eco-solvent or solvent printer. So the numbers for that are thousands of dollars of difference. This is not designed to replace your Sublimation HD ink, because the Sublimation HD ink does amazing in what it does. It is designed to print on your hard surface products and give you a nice, crisp, high definition, brilliant, vibrant look on your hard surface and your 100% polyester. This is adding to your options now. So getting this system is now giving you the option of printing onto dark fabrics and then creating a printable vinyl. This is a bit different. So it, you know, like Jess said, it shouldn't be like, oh, let me get one or the other. This is an and system, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And for those who have an Epson, I'm seeing a lot of the comments. We're not just promoting Sawgrass and Siser because they work together with this. I mean, in a way, it kind of is. The thing is, they did work together. The cartridges will not fit other cartridges, the specific cartridges. The profiles that were designed in the artwork software pick up on the pigments in these inks. With the programming, everything works together as a system. It's not simply just a printer, it's a full system that works together, and then with the chemicals that's on the vinyl and the paper. So it's something that I see a lot of you want to try on your own. Please do with caution and risk. Just know that this has been tested behind the scenes for a very long time, and this is what it has come up with.
And Linda, this she wants to know how to compare the Jet Pro for darks, the feel and longevity. It's completely different.
Yeah. You're working with a totally different ink set. And Jet Pro is only for light colored fabric. You have the the 3G opaque for dark colored fabric, but that feels
Heavy.
very much like something on a shirt. This doesn't feel heavy.
Right.
It's so hard to explain. We are offering sample packs. It's 5 sheets of EasySubli vinyl and 5 sheets of the EasySubli mask. Sample packs are only ordered via phone, and I believe they're $17.95.
I believe as well.
Yeah.
That sounds correct.
Yes, you can print on light colors too. We're just really focusing on the dark because that has not been able to be done up until this point. But this shirt is, I want to say, kind of on the lighter side.
Yeah, the gray one.
Bianca, if you want to kind of
Yep.
zoom on in. So this is a combination. The white was Easy Read. Now I'm putting the pattern vinyl on top. So same process. We're going to go ahead and close and lock. 311, 15 seconds.
So this is a SG400 print using the new Subli ink system and Subli Easy.
Easy Sub.
Easy
Subli.
Subli. I get so tongue tied.
I
It's not
know.
on my face. That's what we're working with here.
All right, warm peel, so let it cool off just a bit.
Somebody said, can you do photos?
Yes, you can do photos.
Which this one here is basically a picture of baseballs.
The lights are a little too bright, so I can't.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's, I just want to try and lay it down.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I keep touching.
That's fine. All right, there we go. Sorry about that little washout there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing photographs of people and that sort of thing, sure, you can definitely do it. This is no restrictions for that side of it, but just keep in mind that it would still be a block, I guess, on your dark fabric or any color fabric. So if, you know, that's what you want to do, that's fine. We are going to, Bianca, if you, I think it's over there by the tote bag. This coming Friday, we're going to show you how to print on a tote bag.
What do you need?
The love design. That was you. Oh, keep going. Underneath
Yep.
the t-shirt.
Yep.
Sorry, everybody. There we go. That's perfect. So this is using photographs. If you want to zoom in on that, but just within text. So that way it doesn't give like that full block. But you're gonna see this coming Friday that we're gonna print this on a tote bag, so you can really see then the quality of photos with the EasySubli onto that surface to printing onto that material. All right, what other questions? I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Tons.
Yeah. We're here to answer them, so spit them out.
Well, a lot of them are people who joined late, so they're kind of repeating, and it looks like Ed's responding.
Okay.
Can you put it on mugs?
Can you put it on mugs? Yes and no. The EasySubli is not designed to go, like the EasySubli vinyl is not designed to go on a mug surface. But like we said in the beginning, you can use text print paper within your EasySubli ink system, which will then let you print onto a mug surface. But, you will not have the substrates options in your drop-down menu for printing. So when we did a Facebook Live on gassing and how to resolve that on a mug surface, and mainly the reason why you get gassing or the smearing of the ink when you put it in a dishwasher is because you're not using the right substrates selection in the drop-down menu. Using EasySubli system, since it is not designed for your hard surface products, you will not get that option to select whether you're printing on glass, ceramic, hardboard. you don't get those substrates. You only get the option of EasySubli. So keep that in mind. If you are going to print EasySubli ink with text print paper onto your mug surface, you're going to get an ink shift because it's not designed for that text print paper, and it won't be dishwasher safe or probably washable. So there's lots of testing that should be done prior to you giving it out to your customers. Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And once again, for those with Epsons, you're more than welcome to try. This is sold in a roll and by the sheet. We do sell a sample pack. It has only been tested within Sawgrass, Imitation, Sublimation, different inks of that here, not with Cobra inks.
Not saying that it couldn't be used for that, but just expect some color shifting if that's the route you're going, because it doesn't have that print profile.
Yeah, because just like Danielle just explained with the mugs, when they wash off, that's because there's a special profile, special way that the needles send out the ink to go onto the mug, so it doesn't. That's something that Sawgrass created in that profile, in that program. That's the same thing they did with these. So you can use it in other programs and you might get, luck with it, but just keep in mind if you start having issues, there's not a way to troubleshoot that because the profiles were created the way they were.
Yeah.
So after it's printed on a vinyl, you then send it through a vinyl cutter.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have average cost yet? I know it's hard to even get an average cost for
Yeah.
products, so it's very hard to tell because as you see, there's so many different colors and variables and sizes that's used. It's really hard to get that.
The one thing to take note is your Sg400 printer can only print up to 8.5 by 14 sheets, and these only come in 8.5 by 11. Then you do get the rolls that you can cut down to size, but if you are contour cutting, there is a significant amount of space that you get trimmed away that you can't use. So your sizing on your fabric is going to be very much different than if you're sublimating or just cutting vinyl. So that's something to think about as well for sizing purposes.
Okay, so Ed chimed in. He said about $2.50 to $3. A t-shirt at $3 and a selling price of $15 to $20 will provide a handsome profit. Let's see here.
So with the Sg800, how would that work? Because there's a couple of things in there about the Sg800. Natalie most recently said, I've only seen this done with the Sg400, not the bigger size.
So we sell, by the yard. That was not coming out. We do sell both products, the vinyl and the mask, by the yard. It only comes by the sheet currently in 8.5 by 11. But with the Sg800, you can print up to 11 by 17, 13 by 19 with your bypass tray. That's additional. But so you can essentially cut your yard into those sheets. Because you read 19.6 is your width. Cut your sheet down to the 13 or cut 11 by 17 sheet, and then you're able to use that larger sheet size in your Sg800 printer. Other sizes are probably going to start being offered as, Siser kind of gets comfortable with what is wanted. So, just like they've expanded their vinyl to, now be offered in the 12-inch rolls, I'm sure with as EasySubli gets more and more popular, they're going to start offering it in alternate page sizes.
Does the ink dry out in the printer if not used like the OKI we bought years ago?
So your ink is going to be the same procedures as your Sublimation HD ink. Keep your Virtuoso printer on. It will run its own cycles and keep that ink moving, so you don't have any chance of it drying up in the tubing. If you do not keep it on, your printer will remember all the cycles it missed. So when you turn it back on, it's then going to run through a very long length of cycling to make sure that ink is still moving for you and making sure that it will print properly. So kept on is your best option, so it does its own systems check. If you turn it off and turn it back on, it will run all its systems check, but it will be a very long time till you can use it once you turn it on, depending on how long you left it off.
And Chris, let us know your results. He has both the SG400. He also has an Epson. He said he's going to do some testing and do side by side.
Great.
So he said fingers crossed for the Epson users. This is printable vinyl working with specialty inks to go on cotton poly blends, polyester, light or dark. Let's see here. That was going to bring me to, so touching back on it being a printable vinyl. If you have a vinyl cutter, you can use your any vinyl cutter. The issue is the inks, the special printer. But when it comes to the cutter, any vinyl cutter.
Yes. And if you, on top of that, if you want to contour cut, any vinyl cutter that has those options.
Yes.
Right. So we said Silhouette because that's what we use.
Yes.
Cricut, if they haven't, because I know somebody asked about the Cricut Explorer, if it has an optical eye and can contour cut, absolutely.
We have cut settings on our website for all of them. Our current video on our website just shows the Cameo in action with contour cutting. But contour cutting for this product would be the same as any other print cut product that you would be working with for your cutter. So just follow those settings for your own particular cutter.
Terry said, are you going to have a class or a link to work with registration marks in the Sawgrass program?
You would be printing this from your vinyl cutter software. So since we used our Silhouette Cameo, we brought the design into the Cameo software, we set up the crop marks in Cameo, sent it to print from the Silhouette Cameo software to our Virtuoso printer. It then went through VPM, Virtuoso Print Manager, which is then it printed it out onto the vinyl, and then you take it and it's already set up in your cut software, so then you just send your design to cut. So you don't use Creative Studio to set up your registration marks. That's all done in your cutting software. And that was Terry. Right, so Terry, if that didn't make sense, I'm sorry. But but if you have additional questions, just let us know. We are going to be back here on Friday.
Right.
Bring it. Bring any question you have. We know that there are going to be lots and lots of questions since this is such a new and different product, and any new product has questions. So bring any question you have with you on Friday. Again, we're going to show you how to print on different types of products using this system as well. So that way, we're here to clarify any other questions that you have. So let us know, send us an email, post it on Facebook. We are here to help you out and to figure it all out with you.
Tony said, just read this on another company's link. EasySubli is designed to work with virtually any sublimation printer. Not true? Well, that's what we were explaining. You can use on SubliJet. You're going to get a very deep color shift. So we'll touch on that in about 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
But it's very different. It's especially if you're somebody who's already doing sublimation and offering this product to your customers. If they're repeat customers, they will notice the difference. But had you never done sublimation before, or they never purchased it before, you would not notice the fade in the color. So it is a difference. So can it be used with other sublimation ink? Yes. Is it going to still be the product? It's like butter and margarine I mentioned earlier. So it's something that you can test on your own to see if you like the product. We will touch on it more in 2 more weeks.
Yeah. It's definitely something that you have to, if you have the printer already, experiment with it. See if it's acceptable for you. That's really the best way to kind of go after that. We like to be totally transparent. we don't want to put out a product and say, yes, it's absolutely going to be amazing, print on whatever sublimation printer you have, because that's not our gut feeling. It's going to shift in color. We don't want to get you that expectation that it's going to look exactly as you're currently printing on a different media, because it is different.
At this point, it just seems the questions are just repeating.
Yeah.
So I think we should end it so it doesn't get too long. So
That's a
you
good
can
idea.
rewatch it for those who came in late, and then you can get all the answers you're needing and see her pressing them live. But it is printable vinyl using sawgrass printer with special EasySubli inks to print on any fabric that you can heat press onto, dark or light.
That was a nice little
And
rundown.
feel very soft.
Yes.
And very flexible.
Great washability.
Yeah,
as
washes
well.
very well.
Which was over
under the
over here.
Yep.
Washed a couple times. Quite a few couple times.
So it washes off on the mugs because it's not formulated for that surface. It is formulated for materials.
If you want to print onto mugs, Sublimation HG ink with a sawgrass printer is what you need. So, different system altogether.
Okay, and they say, can we stretch one that's already made?
Yeah.
No cracking, no peeling.
And that looks fine.
All right, we'll see you guys on Friday.
All right.
All right, thanks everybody for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.